Are you a millennial or Gen Zer who's tired of being misrepresented in media? Are you a seasoned vet in the game of life who can't seem to understand the new crop of talent taking over the game? Or are you simply looking to be entertained? Well, look no further than the Youth Speak Out podcast, the YSO podcast, a podcast for the youth, by the youth, being a voice of the youth by giving a voice to the youth. We don't know how the other podcasts do it, but at YSO we got two rules. Speak your truth and hear our youth. That's our youth, who are outstanding, unique, and refined. Hosted by Christian Buckmeyer, Ashton Gates, Andrew Buckmeyer, Hannah Thompson, and Emmanuel Lyons. Created by Amber Lyons. It's a healing pain through the arts production. The YSO podcast, the realest, best podcast in the game.
Do you think it's possible that everybody in the world has blinked at the same time?
No.
Why
That's
not?
not possible. That's not possible.
That's probably the greatest statistical anomaly ever.
Yeah,
You
that's
would have been
probably
looking at somebody
possible.
and you would have been seeing that they blinked at the same time as you. And then everybody would be like, you just blink at me? And you're like, did y'all just blink at each other? Everybody.
Well,
So
no,
there's
also
not,
just
not
too
looking
many
at each
people.
other. I'm just saying, like, we're all sitting here. It's quite possible that all of us can blink at the same time.
In a
Very-
room,
yeah,
sure.
quite
In
possible.
the
But in
world,
the
no.
world-
That's too many people.
No. That's
how many
way too
billions
many
of people are?
But you know how many times a day you blink, though?
How many
So, do you know how many billions of people there are?
Yeah.
We blink way less than the amount of people there are. That should show you how, like, it's way too many people for it to be possible.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Only way that could happen is if God did it.
Right.
Like, if he snapped his fingers and made us all blink. And I just feel like he has so many other more important things to do.
So, no,
Very
you
much.
don't
Then
think it's
see
possible.
everybody
Jeez,
blink
I
at the
mean,
same
that's-
time.
Well, has a lot of keys but can't open any doors.
Wait,
Piano
what?
Kilos.
Wow. Never
That's
mind.
how you know.
Kilos.
I was going to say kingpins, but then,
They can open doors. They got hands.
yeah, that's why I said kilos.
If Adam
If you said
Sandler
locks.
and
Kick
Jim
Unless he
Carrey had a scenes versus, who would win that?
Jim Carrey.
Okay. I
Did
said
you
that
say
too.
Adam Sandler? Yeah. Why would you put Adam Sandler against Jim
Yeah,
Carrey?
but somebody else is like
I don't
who does
know
the same type of
who these
comedy.
people are.
There is nobody else.
Adam.
There's
I mean, there are, but Jim
Yeah.
Carrey's the GOAT.
exactly.
Jim Carrey.
Okay.
I think
feel
Jim
like him
Carrey
and
versus Steve
Robin
Carell would be
Williams.
really good.
Ah.
That would be really close.
Yeah, that's.
But I still would probably,
I'd play Jim.
if it's
I
off of
think
movies,
Steve would always,
it would be
I was about
Jim
to say he
Carrey.
would
Who
just
else?
use all of his office clips.
Wait.
That's why I said
We
if
need
it's
to
just
address-
There's so much
Hold
other
on.
stuff
We
besides
need
The
to address
Office.
this. You just looked up who Adam
No,
Sandler is.
I know who Steve Carell is.
But you
I
don't know
know
who
that's
Adam
his name.
Sandler
You
is?
don't know.
No, I know who Adam Sandler is too. I just didn't know that was their name.
didn't know their
I didn't know
names.
it. I don't know
Okay,
their names.
this is something I really want to address because it plagues the black community. Learn actors' names. Y'all getting on my nerve. I be sitting here having conversations. I bring up somebody, blah, blah, blah. If black people know Denzel and The
Chadwick.
Rock, and that's it. Like, y'all getting on my nerves. Please learn actors'
honestly,
names.
It's like the white act.
I know it's the white actors, but y'all
Like-
acting like y'all don't see movies with these white people in them. You done seen
I
a
know,
1,001
but-
movies with this person, but refuse to learn their name. Be
Nah,
like, oh, I
I've
like
seen-
old dude from
But you don't like.
you know the one that was in Cross the
with,
Line that was also in the biggest
with the
three.
dude with the Office. I don't be seeing him in. I don't really be hearing his name like that.
Steve Carell's in tons of movies.
in-
He's
so
in tons of
much
movies, but I
stuff,
don't
yeah.
ever hear his name. I swear to God, I've never heard his real name before, ever.
Really?
I swear to God.
I know
Steve
how
Steve
because
in
you
Office.
around a bunch of other black people who don't know
Well, yeah.
actors' names, which brings me back to my point. Black people, please start learning actors' names.
Because I literally would call him the dude from The Office.
There's
You
a
know how
lot
many
of
There's so
men
many
people
dudes
from The Office.
From The Office.
They all
Men
got
on
names.
Like,
But
what's the
when
guy
I
that
think
played
of
in
the dude from The
Quiet
Office,
Place?
I'm like thinking of that
John
one
Krasinski.
person.
Yeah, he is.
Because I don't watch The
Nah.
Office like that.
Idris
Anyways.
Elba was in the episode
This
of
is
The
nuts.
Office.
Crazy.
No, he was
was
in
in
a whole
seasons.
season. He was a
Yeah.
manager.
He was the manager.
Episode.
James
season.
Spader. You don't know who James Spader is.
Let's see.
Have you seen The
Age of
Blacklist?
Ultron?
Why would you name a movie where you don't see his face?
I'm just gonna say. Just wanted to know.
You
I'm
said
trying to help her figure out who he is. I'm trying to better the community.
Have you seen the Blacklist?
One white actor at a time.
I've seen his face. Never seen him act though.
So no, she hasn't seen the Blacklist.
Great actor.
But yeah, but that's
But
why.
have you seen Avengers: Age of Ultron?
Oh yeah.
He's Ultron.
Oh,
But I'm trying to get her to know who
I'm
he
trying
is.
to get her to know through something I feel like she probably know.
I need her to know his
know
face.
you.
She
know.
only knows his face because she Googled it. I was trying to get her
Exactly my
there.
point.
I was trying to get her there without the Googles.
I was just trying to help her figure out who he was. That's
that.
enough.
It's identity. You got to know it, the person essence, everything.
That person who voices Ultron looks like that.
Oh wow.
And he's top 10 in my opinion.
Actors?
Really?
White actors.
I don't agree with either sentiment,
But
but
that's okay. I
There's
don't
10
know.
There's 10 white actors better than him.
yes, there's probably 50.
Of course, in his
That was a
world.
lie. I'm sorry. I love James Spader. But yes, there's definitely 10 white. I can literally
Who's
rattle.
your top 10 white actors?
I don't have a top 10 like off the top of my head, but I can name 10 white actors that are better than James Spader.
We'll do that.
Hugh Jackman, Ryan Gosling, Jake Gyllenhaal, Daniel Day-Lewis. Are we doing men and women?
Who was that?
Daniel Day-Lewis?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Arguably the greatest actor of all time. Daniel Day-Lewis. I'm going to say a bunch of movies that you probably haven't seen. The Crucible, My Left
I've
Foot.
seen that.
Oh, okay. John Proctor.
Oh. Yes.
What Daniel Day-Lewis play in?
There Will Be Blood.
He deserved his
Crucible.
fate.
Oh, he
Yeah,
played
In
Lincoln.
the Crucible.
Oh wow.
Okay. That's John Proctor's
Would you
fate.
say
Facts.
Matt Damon is better than?
No, Matt Damon's not better than but I still had so many more because I didn't
What
get to 10.
about Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt is better than James Spader, yes.
What
He's
about
just one of my favorite.
Leonardo DiCaprio is
What's
better
Danny
than James
Ocean's
Spader.
name?
I like Matt.
George Clooney?
Yeah.
They're around the same to me.
Okay.
George.
Can you keep up? Can you type that fast?
She don't know who George Clooney
And
is.
that's why I asked, are we doing men and women? Because if we were doing women, it was going to be
I don't know
even
their
longer.
names, but I've seen them in movies.
You don't know.
Amy Adams, Emma Stone, Meryl Streep, Anne
I know Meryl
Hathaway, Jessica Chastain,
Jessica Chastain.
Patricia Arquette, Olivia Colman.
All right, I get your point.
That was just, I was
about the
just
lady?
saying in my
No,
opinion.
I know. I was just asking.
I what about black people?
I could go through
That's
black
many
people
good
too.
black art- no, I'm just
Jeffrey Wright, Denzel Washington, Viola Davis, Regina King,
All them.
Don Cheadle.
Y'all like Taraji? Yes.
Do
Yeah.
you think
Of
Will
course.
Smith and Denzel are in the same tier
No.
of acting?
No.
Okay.
And I think black people need to be released from the shackles of believing they are.
They are
Yeah.
not.
Will
'Cause they're
Smith,
not.
also Will Smith is great,
Will Smith
but he's
is
not
great,
on
but he's
Denzel's
not.
level.
But he's not Denzel.
It's not Denzel.
He's not Denzel.
I never knew his first movie. He had a scene with a white man where they was gay.
Who?
It was weird.
Will?
Yeah. Never knew that.
Separation.
I know she remember because it was around that time.
That was hilarious.
Wasn't it in like 83?
She came in 6 degrees.
It was way before any of us. I ain't know nothing about that. That was here when we got here. So we wasn't going back.
I never knew Will Smith's first movie anyway. So
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right, we sticking to the agenda.
It's funny though.
Yes,
Just
yes.
as the
We do
scene.
need to stick to the agenda.
Yes.
Let's do our
Yes.
intro,
I
Mike.
wish you could have
Damn
seen that
it.
white lady scream.
What? I dropped my toothpick in my cup.
It's your toothpick in your cup.
I know, but
y'all ready to
cold.
pod?
We're
Yeah.
ready.
Let's kick it off, man. Hey, you
do
already
it.
know what it is. I'd like to welcome you back. Y'all like to welcome you back, you know what I mean?
That's how we do
If this is your first time, then allow me to welcome you to the Youth Speak Out podcast, YSO podcast, man. Podcast for the youth, by the youth. Being a voice of the youth by giving a voice to the youth. And you already know what it is. It's your boy, Emmanuel Lyons, St. Even, also known as God's favorite. And yeah, we here. We're back. What is this episode? What? Of
5.
season? Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Boom. Episode 5.
moving.
Season 2.
These days flying by.
It's a movie.
our producers crew is upstairs going crazy right now.
Nuts. They going bonkers. Intros.
Oh, the
Gang.
name is Bond. James Bond.
It was his birthday 2 days ago, too.
Wait,
Happy birthday.
which one?
Daniel Craig. The current one.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Jesus, I was about to say something.
Well, I would say the other one. They ain't
Say
James
it.
Bond no more.
Say it.
No.
Oh, man.
She don't know who Daniel Craig is. Come
I was
on.
going to say
Come on. Come on.
James Bond
Come
was
on.
his actual
Pierce
name.
Brosnan.
You thought James
He
Bond
did
was
now.
his actual name?
Yes, I thought
Yes, he
that
was.
was his actual name.
You thought Daniel
Yeah.
Craig's name was James Bond?
I thought that was his name. It's the only
I
thing
thought
I
his
know
name
him
was
from.
James Bond.
you know James Bond actually existed.
What?
Well,
Well,
like
007
the
really
007
existed,
existed, not like the fictional
Well, I
character
can
James Bond.
believe that because what was he, London CI? Like the
No,
C-
he
the
was,
equivalent-
MI6.
Yeah, but that's like the equivalent to the CIA.
But he wasn't in that at all. There wasn't no MI6 back then. It was the Queen's like foremost advisor. He signed all of his papers 007. And he did a lot more stuff than just that.
I was saying
That's-
the character James
in
Bond
layman's.
is MI6.
I think he's
I've
like
never
Secret
seen a
Service
James Bond
for
movie.
England, ain't he?
I watched
He's
the
in
one with Halle
MI6.
Berry in it.
With Halle Berry.
You said what?
There was a one in with Halle Berry, right?
I'm
From
sure. I, don't know.
South?
I haven't actually really watched many of the Bond films. I've never seen any of the Daniel Craig ones, but I want to watch all of them before No Time to Die comes out.
No time to die.
It's the last one in Daniel Craig's era as James
Wasn't
Bond.
Idris supposed to be 007?
People want him to be. I don't think it's
Because
gonna
he
end
did
up
that
being
one
him.
movie, The Ghost Tower, whatever that was. It was trash.
I never watched it. It looked bad.
It was so trash.
Oh, the one with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was bad.
McConaughey's in that?
Yeah, wasn't he,
I
Matthew
might watch
McConaughey
it.
the other
Oh
person?
gosh.
Matthew
I
McConaughey
love Matthew McConaughey.
as a to add to the list.
I know he's in that movie.
It's really too many, to be honest. James
Wow.
Spader's a great actor.
McConaughey.
I don't want nobody to think I don't rock with James Spader. I know that is like irrelevant to the intros.
I don't know who
But
that is. I know you guys
it's just
said,
a
but
lot.
I can't remember what his face looks like.
All right.
Okay, I'm next. It's Ashton.
See some more.
You already know who it is, man.
So
It's your boy.
gangster.
Sounds so low. I didn't even hear you.
He said
Was he
someone,
supposed to?
someone,
I'm saying it to
See,
you.
you didn't talk like that.
You know who I am.
Hello, everybody. My name is Hannah.
And we here. You already
back.
know how that go. You feel me?
We back like we left our car keys.
And this week, man, you know what I mean? You know, we know y'all love when we talk about what's going on in the world and whatnot, but you know what I mean? We had as dull as a 2 weeks can get.
Yeah, it was.
It was a
really
pretty
lot,
calm
though.
2 weeks.
Y'all gonna be outside
It was
for
a lot, though.
Oh
going
no,
on.
it's a lot, but it
it's
was
been a
in
calm
comparison to
last-
the
Yeah.
past few ranges.
It
We
was-
ain't had too many people die. You know
I feel
what
like
I
it's
mean?
been in other areas though. I feel like just the energy is just shifted. You know what I'm saying? From you know what I'm saying. It's not more about like as the chaos is going on because you know people lashing out of over rulings. Well, it might be coming back because Derek Chauvin is going on trial soon.
Hey
Yes,
Joseph,
he is. In
look,
5
man,
days, 4 days, something like
it's
that.
been long enough. I don't know what you
Man,
and
that man
Kamala
is busy
doing.
Joseph
bombing
is being
Syria.
a
He do not care
politician. He is doing
about
his job.
none of that.
He's not doing his job.
No, he is doing his job. He is doing exactly
Your job
what
is
his
to
job
tell them
is.
what they won't get in
Exactly.
office to do nothing.
That's what
Well, I
his
need
job
him
is. He's
not
doing
to do
his
his
real
job.
job.
whole lot less people getting that stimulus this time, though.
Of course.
A whole lot less.
Hey,
I
man,
need it.
we popping out. Tell
y'all
Joseph
gonna be
Jebediah
outside
Biden
for,
that we
All-Star
outside the
Weekend?
crib.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Atlanta?
robbing people.
I would
I'm gonna be at work.
This
Wait,
man
say it
say
again?
he robbing
Say it again?
people.
What? What'd you say?
I mean, I don't advise it.
They shot at Oak today.
They shot at Oak.
Well, by the time y'all see it, today's what's today? Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But by the time y'all see it, they would have been shot already at Oak. But yeah, in
I mean,
broad
they're already
daylight.
shot already now.
Well, yeah. But yeah, today
That's
earlier today.
Wile E. Coyote.
Really?
Hey man.
Atlanta, everybody
Nice
stay
one.
safe, man. Safe
But-
up, man. It's gonna be a lot of
Everybody
Just-
and their
lot of
grandmothers
celebrities.
gonna
Wear
be in
bulletproof
Atlanta.
Lot of
vests
trees
under your
this
outfits.
weekend.
lot of
Did y'all see
Or
that, the
over
list of
Or
the
over it.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
list is ridiculous.
I'm sorry, I missed a question. What'd you say?
The
He said,
list
did you
of
see the list of
celebrities.
people and where like the clubs and lounges they're
Everybody?
supposed to
Yes.
be at?
Everybody?
Everybody here.
Everybody.
And I'm like, first of all, I'm confused
I
for
want
a
to
lot of
outside,
reasons.
but I'm gonna stay at my house.
How
Yeah.
come all of a sudden it seems like everybody's Texas and Mississippi definitely was like, yeah, we open, but it seems like everybody else is following suit just
Yeah.
without saying it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because there's not like any type of anybody talk about some COVID regulations. We haven't talked about COVID regulations since last March, honestly.
Well, yeah, we Atlanta.
At least in Atlanta.
we
Atlanta
leading.
has been open.
We leading the march of not caring and being open.
We open back up in May.
Yes.
We're still doing
though,
brunch.
for real.
Every
I just went
Sunday.
there like a month ago.
What?
It was pipe.
Yeah.
Where?
Of course.
What?
Where?
To Icy's.
Oh.
It was good.
I remember. I'm so glad I told them I can't work Sundays. I remember the one time I walked in there because I had to get some money that I had left because they was taking too long counting the tips. I'm like, I'm leaving. I'm going home. And he was just like, I'll just leave it here. And so I came back that Sunday. And when I tell you,
Don't look at me
usually
like that.
I can at least walk in between the aisles. I couldn't stand nowhere. I had to go up against the kitchen door and like stand there like this while everybody running in and out, people running in, women twerking on tables, folks over here. I'm like,
ICB
yo.
pipe like that?
Yes.
Yeah, it do.
And then
I
before
found
Rona,
out
it was
ISIS
ridiculous.
popping when
Was it Mom
people
supposed to
that
have a
don't
birthday
know you
dinner
that know
there
me
last
be
year?
going there.
Probably.
I was like, oh, people really go here. Like I be
Yeah.
seeing like people that I follow just there.
The parking lot's so small though.
So small.
It is
And you
a
would
very
be
small
so
parking
confused how many people know about it. You know what I mean? Because it's really like in the cut, in the
Yeah.
corner on
Well, the
Clinton.
parking lot being small don't matter because people go there to get drunk a lot, so they probably Ubering.
Big facts. That's a big fact.
All right, stick it to the agenda.
The era of DDs is over. But yeah, as I was saying, I was
That's the
explaining.
title of this episode. Stick it to
The reason why I was explaining why it's been a quiet 2 weeks is because, you know, we're not really going to do the 2 week recap, you know, talking about lives in the last 2 weeks. Rather, we really wanted to hit y'all, you know what I mean, with some burgeoning questions and topics that are, relevant to our generation and things that we be going through. All hypotheticals, you know, let's get that out the way.
Allegedly.
All first verse, all hypotheticals.
Allegedly.
None of us is saying we have experience in any of these fields,
Nah,
unless
I'm
let you know.
I was gonna say unless we say we do, because there's a few of them that came straight from my brain. Because I was like, yeah, I've been here before. But you know what I mean. But we gonna discuss, debate, see where we agree, see where we disagree. You know what I mean. We just gonna chop it up the way we do. So we gonna kick it off.
Wait,
We gonna
Aki, do you like pineapples on pizza?
No, she's not a heathen.
Oh my gosh. I
That's a
feel
little
attacked.
nasty.
If you like
Get nobody
pineapples on
attacked.
pizza,
You asked the
unsubscribe.
Attacked.
You asked the question.
How can you have an opinion on how I
This
feel?
episode was brought to you by regular pizza, cheese, pepperoni, toppings that are worthy, cheese, pepperoni, chicken, bacon.
Myself up.
This is how that was like the internet in 30 seconds. The entire internet.
It really was. It really was.
Oh my god.
That was funny.
All right, man, we're going to kick it off with this first one. It's a little light, you know what I mean?
man.
Something to, bounce past us in. Do you need to be friends with someone before pursuing a romantic relationship with them?
They say you do.
No.
No. It
What?
does benefit you.
What?
It does benefit.
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
Let's talk about the benefits.
My mama said that the friend lasts long. Wait, no, I should be saying it.
Oh, Lord.
Why you think about that? I'm gonna say the reason why I feel that way is because personally, in almost every relationship that I've been in, I told them there's no point in me going back. We can't be friends after we're done with this relationship, because if my intention with getting with you was to be your boyfriend and I skipped that whole I want to be your friend phase, how can I retract myself and be like, oh, I'm your friend now? No, I still like you and I'm still gonna like you. I might hold these feelings down, a lot of myself, and say that I don't, but at some point you're gonna do something in our friendship and I'm like, they there.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. That's probably more to do with you as a person than as
More than
that
likely.
stage. Because all the girls I date be my friend first, and afterwards I still be like, do you want? Like I always ask them, do you want to be friends? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. And then I do the friendship, and the whole time I'm like, please take me back. I want you. I'd be like the.
That's not okay.
Not like that. Not. I'm saying in my heart. Like, I don't say it like that.
I'm dead.
I say it more like.
And that's probably why I
Baby,
avoid
give
that.
me one more chance.
Baby,
Like,
come
I'm
back.
not like that.
No,
I mean,
not
at
like
least
that.
I'm like that. I'm just not like that in their face.
So what was you saying, Hannah? What
Yes. What your mom's quote is?
It was something about the friend lasts longer than the friend always gonna be there or something like. I don't know. Anyways, still.
This quote delivery was botched.
When you ask the question, I'm trying to think about like last past type stuff. Like I don't really. Honestly, if I'm friends with a dude,
Were you and the young man whose name is on your hat friends before y'all started dating?
Wow, put me out there, why don't you?
I mean, I didn't say his name. The name is on the hat.
Anyways,
Did I violate? Like,
Zooming
what?
in
no,
on
no.
YouTube.
I'm really trying to think though, for real.
What name on that head?
Before we started dating, like we weren't like super close friends. Like we were just friends because our friend group was all friends basically. So he had the same
Mutual.
friends. I
Y'all was
had.
cool, but
Yeah,
y'all
we
wasn't
was cool.
gang.
Y'all was
Yeah, and then we
acquaintances.
just started getting close because
Y'all was just
of-
around each other.
yeah, basically.
So y'all knew the same folk.
But I don't think I could be like
Sound about
let's say it's some dude that I'm like super close with, and then like I'll be just like, oh, I like you. Actually, my best friend Jeremy, he used to like me, but then I was just like,
Sorry, Jeremy.
Always like
You just dropped a hot name.
Not
Jeremy
always.
at home crying.
No, man. Well,
Reminiscing.
I'll say in my experience, 95% of the time.
Your
It's your
best
friend?
friend, or not your best friend, but somebody you called a friend was like had professed some sort of feelings for you.
Yes.
But
That
okay,
makes sense.
Here's my
Yes.
thing: women be attractive and then be upset when they friends like them. Like,
Because I didn't come to you because I was attracted to you.
But
We're friends.
true. But then if let's
am
really
I bleeding?
let's that's true. But let's be real. If you had no male friends, you would complain about that too, and you'd be like, every
That's
dude
so
want to
true.
like me. Well, you said I can't be your friend if I want to like you. So
All of my
bye.
guy friends, it's like I've maybe after like 3 years I ended up talking to them and then we just go back to being friends. It's always like it's never strictly friends. I maybe have 3 guy friends where it's been like nothing.
Then
at
why
all.
would dudes be friends with you thinking it's gonna be strictly friends? Your track record
They
don't
know
even
that.
give that
They don't
resume.
know that. None of my guy friends are friends with each other.
You don't know it, but you can feel it.
And
am I
yeah,
one of those friends?
You can feel it. Because I can tell you.
Are you adding to the list?
It's just weird to me. I think it's weird. I don't get it.
Yeah, that is a little.
Be ugly, and then you get it. Ugly girls
Nah,
have this issue, but at a lower percentage.
Yeah.
But even
It's
still,
like
all
50%
girls
of dudes.
Well, my best friend and
Yeah, I
I,
said all
we've been
girls
best
do.
friends since the 5th grade, and we've never, like,
5th grade.
we've taught, her name, Andrew knows who she is. Her name is
That's
Kayla. We used to joke about, like, yeah, if we still single at 25, we just
Yeah,
gonna
got
get
the
together
pact.
and get married. But she ended up
Oh, people really do
getting a
that.
fiance.
Oh wow.
But I mean, we never, after we turned 25, like, it was never brought back up. It was just like oh yeah, we did say that.
Yeah.
I mean, she's
That's
attractive,
cute.
but I mean, it's not like I never wanted to
Take it down.
go down. Yeah, she was just my friend.
I'll say this,
I ain't gonna lie and say I've never had the thought. I never acted on them.
and I'll say this.
I never had the thought.
I'll be the dude who, like, even if I have a female friend who I would, like, be with or would be intimate with or whatever the case may be, I'm never the dude who would ever tell them that. I understand what it can do to a friendship.
Yeah.
If it's to a degree or to a level where, like, I cannot exist as your friend, which has never happened, then I would speak up, because then it would have a negative minutia. But that's never happened. I'm just not that person.
Right.
Every girlfriend that I've had, we were friends, and even if I liked them, because I had liked them, but I never really professed it, never really, like, honed in on it. It came, it went, it passed, whatever the case may be. Then down the line, they professed feelings for me.
I was just about to say, have you ever been friends with a girl and then she wanted to?
Yeah, both of my most significant relationships, and both of them kind of started the same way. I was friends with them. They would come to me for advice about the dude they were talking to or liked at the
I
time.
always hate that.
I was like, this is okay. And then,
Right.
and
That's
then
so crazy.
eons later, they're like, I ain't have feelings for you. And I'm like, I like, literally both situations were the same thing. I liked them at a time. I got past the liking them, but I was
So
like,
you had to force yourself.
I didn't force it. I just was like, let me go get that back real quick.
Get back in my
Let me see if we could.
we
And
can do
that's
something
what
about this.
happened.
That happens, yeah.
Yeah,
That does
because
happen.
me, if I like a girl, I'm either like, if I like her and I don't have really no relationship or friendship with her, then I'll let her know. If I already have some type of acquaintance or friendship where I feel like it will make that awkwardness, then I won't. And eventually I will get past it, because what I'm gonna see her liking you for if it's not gonna ever be nothing? I don't think it's ever gonna be nothing.
Right.
Then they be having the worst timing because they come after it done passed. And now I'm like, but I mean, I rekindled it. Now, granted, did I succeed in these relationships? Well, no, but I guess they got more to do with me as a person.
So, what are the benefits of having a friend before?
I feel like it helps you to, like, truly get to know that person without any expectations. Because when you go into a friendship, it's always very natural. You're not really asking for anything outright. In relationships, there are set, like, standards, boundaries, expectations, what you want, what you're not going to put up with.
Absolutely.
With a friendship, everything is a lot more open. So you get to know them a lot better and a lot more, I think. It's
Truly?
just easier.
Yeah.
It's like it's a much more seamless process instead of going straight for the relationship.
I will say, to add on to that, I think you also get to, like, you're getting to know, not only just getting to know the real them, but getting to know them in a much more, like, open frame of mind, right? Like, there are things that, like, my female friends can be or do that maybe I don't personally like, or, like, wouldn't choose for my girlfriend to have those traits. But I'm getting to know you as a friend. I'm just getting to know you. Okay, then I'm learning and accepting you. Then it comes time for we decide to go that route. I know those things are an aspect and part of you, so I'm entering with that knowledge, and I'm not trying to change you or frame you
that
to
makes
what I think
Yeah.
my girlfriend needs to be, you know? If I
Exactly.
met you as a friend and you post half naked on Instagram, and I don't really like that for my girl, but then we get to that point, it's like, well, I know
I
this
knew
as
this,
you,
yeah.
so all right, I'm not gonna
that
then be
reminds me of something
your boyfriend and be like, all right, now you
hilarious.
gotta stop posting half naked on Instagram. You was posting half naked on Instagram the day I met you.
Right.
That's how I met you.
Exactly.
You know,
It's nicer.
So
I think
I do
like
agree with
those
that.
relationships a lot more.
I will say that I believe that it is better. Like, relationships are better when they have a friendship as the foundation, but it does oftentimes make the breakup more complicated.
Yes,
It's
it does.
so much
Yeah.
easier, and I've never really got to experience this, but I just be watching my homies and how
Wait, when you're friends?
when you're friends, it makes it more complicated. And I'm gonna explain. Like,
But-
I've never experienced this, but I've watched it with my homies. A breakup, and then it just is pretty seamless because they break up and they go their separate ways in life. That person's just no longer an element or a factor. I've never had one of those, but they look so much stress, so much stressless, less stress. than when you're friends and then you go back to being friends, and it feels right because you
Except for
started
when
out
they hit
as
up all your
friends,
family
but
members
it's
asking if, sorry.
shut up.
We just going.
Somebody say something quick. We done with this? I got plenty of questions. Next question? Is that what we doing next? Okay, yeah. I like this one. We gonna Do you think you can have a healthy relationship that lasts long term after somebody cheats?
Do you,
I think
I
it's
think
possible.
that-
I think it's
for
possible.
people. Not for me, but for other people. Me personally, if you cheat on me, you're cut for life. I'm never talking to you again. Don't ask me for forgiveness. I don't care about you. Nope.
I mean, I'll forgive you, but
It's done.
You've been cheated on?
I will forgive you, but I won't let you know that you've been forgiven. I don't forgive you for my benefit.
Right.
It's not for them. It's for me, right?
Yeah,
so I don't have to
remove
tell
them
them that they've
burdens.
been forgiven.
I'm gonna dip in a very dramatic
No.
way and leave you very
yeah,
convoluted
like
mentally.
you will never see me again in life.
But then I'm gonna be alright.
that was a lot.
Let's visit that. Let's unpack this.
Because I don't know what just happened.
Speaking of packing, I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna do something. I don't know what it is, but the whole
To mess
time
their
I'm gonna
life
be
up?
prepared. Trust me, I'm gonna be prepared.
Wait,
So you in
gonna go
relationships waiting for the day you find out that she cheated?
I'm not in it for that, but
But I'm
I
saying you
understand
got that-
That's a
you're in that
possibility
bag.
every time I enter.
Sell for the worst, but hope for the best.
Of course, and
Jesus
if
did
the
not
worst
promise
comes,
me
you
the
feel me? I'm
worst.
cool.
Therefore, no. That's not what
He
you
did,
said.
But you be
But
getting it.
it's here.
Okay, it
It's
is.
still here
I
though.
do be getting the worst.
Honestly,
But I don't know.
But yeah,
That's why
me
Drake made a
personally,
song.
No.
Worse.
Because
Why?
I just feel like
Bye.
Because that was a hard no. So why?
it's because I know myself, and I know that like in the back of my mind, I'm always gonna be thinking like, yo, you cheated. So it's like
Oh, wow.
a trust thing. I guess
You'll
you could
never
say.
get to that same level of trust.
No,
They were, I thought
I'm
you
saying-
were
Because
like,
you're not
talking to
cheating and
yourself.
telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? You're lying,
Who not?
sneaking.
Some people
Wait,
also.
then it's not cheating.
Some people
then
do.
you
Yes,
play
it is.
It is cheating.
Then you play her.
No, that's still cheating, bro.
That's pimping.
That's still cheating.
What?
If you cheated and
Pimping
then
is
you
a
just
whole
told me
different
after,
profession.
You still cheated on me. You just told me.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I mean, like before, if somebody was just like, "Yo, I'm about to go cheat on," who's about to do that?
No. Well, I was about to lie and say nobody leaves the crib planning to cheat, but that's not true. People
Yeah,
do
nah.
it.
I like, hey, yo, I'm
That
finna.
is true. That is
They,
true.
the dudes planning
People
to
be
cheat
planning
using
they
their
cheats.
girl's car.
Yo,
I have met somebody who did that before,
what
and
you
I was
mean,
like,
man? I done been in the car not knowing. I was like, this don't look like your car. Nah, yeah, this is my girl's. So who was that girl that was just in the back seat? Somebody else.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop asking questions for I get incriminated too.
before she come to me, and I ain't got no choice.
I know you was in there, and don't lie.
On everything I love, if you're the girlfriend and that's my man's, don't come to me asking if he cheating.
I'm
Don't
a
make
lie.
me
If I
be a
have
bad
to-
person.
my friend.
You know I'm gonna lie
Like,
straight to
no.
your
I'm a
face.
Lie.
Right.
I'm a lie.
You
Even
know
if
I'm
you're
gonna lie
my
straight
friend.
to your face. He ain't. I
I'm
ain't-
chalking up loyalty to longevity. Whoever was here first, sorry.
That's
So,
so much how it goes.
I'm tracking it to
So
whoever
if you
I'm
were
gang
friends with the
with.
female for the longest, you would. I'm sorry, with the woman for the longest, you would tell her.
For the longer,
Like, if you met the guy because of her, you have to tell her.
Why is he comfortable
Yeah.
cheating on her around me?
yeah, and
That
that's
is
the
true.
issue.
That's true.
Because I'm the
That
op.
is true.
That is another issue.
I'm
That
a
is
big
true.
op.
Most
Like,
definitely,
Right.
because he should know what my loyalty is.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's what I think. Like you
He's
should
way
just
too comfortable.
understand.
Way
So he
too
deserves
comfortable.
this right now.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So wait, what do you think? Do you think?
To answer this question,
Yeah.
I think you can, but I think it's way too difficult.
It's super
For-
hard.
I
For
think
me, not
I
being
think-
married is like, bro, this is just a relationship. I'm out of here.
I feel that. I think it's possible.
But
Even
I
in marriage,
still
I
wanna
might
honor
contemplate.
the
Like,
person I'm dealing
I
with.
think it could even be
Yeah.
possible for me. I don't know. I used to be like when I was younger. I used to be very much you get no second chances while cheating. I've been stupid enough in love to know that maybe I'd forgive it. I can't cap. Like maybe I'd be like, let's work through this. But
Depending on
also,
the situation.
I just
you know
feel
what I
like
mean.
there's so many beautiful women
But
out
also-
there. I'm not about to.
But also, I know how my trust issues are.
Yes.
I wouldn't even say trust issues because everybody say that. I know how my paranoia is.
Well, I would say my insecurities.
Nah, I got them too. I got all of it. I'm a bag. Regardless, I know that our relationship would not be healthy in the way that it should be for a long time.
Fact.
Because
A very long
my
time.
trust in you would be at a negative. And I'm still not going to be the person to operate in a way where like, tell me everywhere you going or whatever. I'm still going to operate with the respect and all that stuff that I have in general. But my mind is just going to be working.
Yeah.
And eventually I'd probably for my own peace of mind end
just
it.
leave, yeah.
But I do think it's possible. I just think it's extremely difficult.
It's hard.
So
work.
how do you like recover from that?
I think
stupid. I
think
You be dumb.
I think you have to be someone who's truly mastered forgiveness. If you've truly mastered forgiveness, you can do it.
Yeah.
Because true forgiveness isn't just like the way that God forgives us. Like the Bible makes it clear,
That's
he
true.
he forgives
he's
and
God.
forgets. Like he don't forget nothing because he knows all things. But like it, them sins do not count on us no longer when he truly forgives us. So if you have really mastered that type of forgiveness, then it's possible.
I'm not ever gonna
Yeah.
master it. Don't want to master it.
that is
I
a
respect
different.
it.
That is a
Not
different
in that
bag to get
way.
in.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It's a way different bag, and most people just don't have it.
That's just
Exactly.
because it's like
we're
I just
always
can't.
different. You're always different.
Yeah.
You know, what happens in your body, like that's the thing. People don't understand how how deep it really goes when it like comes to our bodies and stuff like that. Like our blood is literal recorder. Like it records stuff on our DNA. You feel what I'm saying? Like there was a man who went to and got some blood work done, and the doctor pricked his finger, let it run for about 3 seconds. He put that on what's the thing
The
called
little
that
tray?
the little tray that they put on the microscope. Let it go for another 30 seconds, put that on it, and then did it one more time. And he looked at him, the guy didn't say a word to him. He's looking at him, he's like, "Did you break your collarbone when you were about 8 years old?" He's like, "Yeah." "How did you know that?" And he was like, "There's a marker in your blood that's in the shape of a collarbone that indicates that." And so he keeps going back and he's asking him these questions, and he's like, yeah,
this real?
Yeah, it's very much real.
Oh.
And it's like, and it makes sense because there was a study done, a psychological study, where they took people who committed similar crimes that were considered heinous, like people who committed arson, people who committed murder.
Arson
And if
isn't
you look
heinous.
at, they have the
Can be.
same
Oh, yeah.
they have the same genetic markers in the same areas, because if you think about it, whenever we go through an experience, our brain sends off chemicals.
Signals, yeah, absolutely,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So whenever that happens in our body, of course we're changed. So that's something is going down somewhere, something being etched somewhere. You see what I'm saying? So
And
like
you're
that,
arguing that those changes make it where moving forward it's just,
not necessarily like that, but I mean it's just that, to know that you know that you're different. You know what I'm saying? Like it. Just the knowledge of what this person did to me, what they did to achieve that goal. If you figure out like stuff in between, you know what I'm saying, you realize they wasn't here when they said they was here, but they was here. You know what I'm saying? You start thinking about other times when it's possible they could have been not where they was because it's sketchy about how they was talking to you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
It's
already
like-
FBI detective, so it's like
I will say one thing too. I think people who cheat and get forgiven, once they're told they're forgiving, they stop trying to earn your trust back a lot of times.
Yeah.
And I just like, it's really difficult to earn someone's trust
You
back
have
when
to
you
punish
betrayed it.
them. I'm
You
sorry.
have to go.
You do. I feel like it would only work for
Ashton
me.
got her
if
foot
we
on
had,
their necks, I swear.
We have to have a full breakup. Like we have to break up for like a year, and then somehow we just start
Find a
getting
way
back.
back.
But it
If
needs
you
to be
truly
like
see that change in them as a
cut.
human,
Yeah.
I think that's another
That's
thing.
it
I
for
think
me.
like say we're dating and you go out on Fridays. Friday's your night to go out, right? And then you cheat on me. And then like something as simple as you continue to go out on Fridays. I'm just gonna treat you the same person.
yeah,
You don't do nothing different. You ain't spent one Friday in.
Right.
I'm not really mad that you go out on Fridays. You've always gone out on Fridays. I'm just not seeing that change.
Right.
And so then
Yeah.
I'm like, you still cheating.
Right.
Yeah.
Who Hector?
he's my Uber driver.
Under.
I don't know. DoorDash guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a question for y'all. What about say you're in a relationship, but the person has the baggage of being cheated on, and they don't trust
Oh
you.
my
in this
gosh, that'd be the
relationship, But they have
worst.
no reason not to trust you.
That'd be the worst.
It
Get to
depends on
cheating,
how
brother. I'm
severe
sorry.
it
What
is.
happened?
Like, if it's to the point where they're accusing me
Give 'em
every
something to
single
talk about,
day,
real
if it's a
quick.
consistent problem, then like maybe you need to take a break, work on yourself, work on your trust.
Yeah, they
issues.
need
for
to
sure.
heal.
I would honestly suggest that they go talk to someone because they're not fully over the trauma of being cheated on, and
Yeah.
they're taking out their insecurities and their traumas on you when
Yeah.
I mean they have no reason not to trust you.
That's
You'd be
what
at the crib.
People gotta,
Right.
you have to gauge your own emotions and know not to get into another relationship if you're gonna
Exactly.
bring in something else that happened to you like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It happens naturally sometimes, but if you know
And
in my head I'm not over it, no.
And sometimes you think you're over something
Well, yeah,
until
but they
you're
might
in
not
something
know.
similar
That is
again.
very true.
But then you also have to. It's up to you
Acknowledge
to
that, yeah.
acknowledge and move accordingly.
You have to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, You gotta move accordingly.
You can't just use it as an excuse.
It's really difficult, and we all do it to some degrees. But like
Yeah.
Ashton said, when it's happening, when you are having to pay for the sins of the people in your past, not just exes, former friends,
It's like that Danny the
professors,
Family.
like
Damage.
it's just
Yeah.
at some point it's like I can only do so much to reassure you and to give you the confidence in me.
Yeah.
There's something that you have to do to give you,
allow
healing,
yourself to-
healing and
Exactly,
growth that
yeah.
you have to have, because I'm clocking overtime and it's not enough. So clearly the issue is rooted in you.
Yeah.
And I'm putting so much
And people
in.
don't like to hear that about themselves
They
at
don't.
all. They don't like any type of criticism.
Right.
But you
I heard
gotta-
something very interesting. It's because people don't see things the way they are. They see things the way they are. Like they don't see things the way that they actually are. They see things through whatever lens they have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
how people operate,
Whatever,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Whatever they've
They're
been
not
through throughout their
objective
life.
or
That
subjective.
wall that's kind of see through. They see
Objective?
through that.
Yeah, objective.
Right.
That's the one
Objective.
when you're
It's
just-
hard to be objective.
It's difficult. Yeah, I think
Everybody's been through something different.
one thing for me as a person that has made me more objective is the fact that I can be objective in a lot of things that like maybe don't have like personal connection, but then I can input the mental framework for that towards things that may be personal to get a more objective point of view. Not that I'm like just this objective person. I'm human, so I'm fickle but I think like there are things that I talk about with people where they're like, this is subjective. Beauty is one. I'm always like, we treat beauty subjectively.
Yes,
But I was like, beauty, there's an objective like level or like line or like, oh, I talk about this with my mom all the time. Good art, good movies, good TV shows, good music. There is an objective line
Right.
of greatness. If you're operating below it and you have 1,000,003 fans, phenomenal. They like you. That doesn't make you
Great.
great.
Yeah, great. That's
Like
true.
there is, and I think sometimes when I can take those things that feel more distant and use that objective framework that my mind is so comfortable in and trying to apply it to things that are more personal, I leave things usually like seeing them from different points of views. I think that's how I've been able to, the people I have forgiven for doing me wrong in the past, I've been able to grow to forgive them. Now the ones who I haven't forgiven, tough luck. I don't know what's going to happen with them.
I ain't
They
gonna
probably
lie.
gonna just need to get shot or something.
Not shot.
I ain't gonna lie. I remember I was lying in bed the other night and I was like thinking about somebody specific and I was like, you know what? I do forgive her. And then I immediately felt inside myself, no, I don't. Wow. And then I kind of sat up and I was like, dang, I got some more work to do.
Yeah.
At least I'm honest with
But
myself.
that's the
Good
part
job.
that's important.
That's
so
the
many
most
people
important
will do
part.
the first part and ignore that little voice that said, no, I'm not.
Nah.
It's like,
Some would even argue with yourself, yes, I do. Be quiet.
right, for real. And when you living in that false reality, that it get dangerous.
Okay,
True.
real
Facts.
dangerous.
Big facts.
I get treacherous.
On me. Alright, this one right here, I like this one. Is it easier to forgive a friend or significant other for betraying your trust, and why?
What's the level of betrayal?
Give it the maximum level. I don't know.
Maximum
They
level.
stole from me.
Okay.
Whatever is the maximum level
Stole
for
or
you.
you slept with my man. That they slept with each other. I can't forgive either.
Nah.
of them.
Well,
I
yeah,
can't
so don't
forgive
make it
none.
that. Make it they betrayed you singularly.
Who's it easier to
What's
forgive?
easier to forgive?
Oh man.
Neither. They're both getting dropped.
Yeah,
All right,
nah.
if you had to choose to
If I
forgive
I
one,
had
my
to
shorty, I got,
choose-
yeah, bro. I got
Friend. I think I would
it's
forgive
easier
my
for your friend. Why?
Because like my same example, that's like something natural. I didn't come into this expecting anything from you. Like it developed to where I do expect loyalty from you now, but that's not what I came to you for. As soon as my boyfriend asked me to be his girlfriend, you are now tied to me. You don't get to cheat on me. You don't get to be with anybody else, talk to anybody else, flirt with anybody else.
There's a lot that comes
Nothing.
with that position.
And you know that is a very clear expectation, explicit. So nah, it would take me much longer
Where he
to
grow
forgive
up?
them.
You know, maybe
No.
relate. Oh no.
Honestly,
There is no room.
I think it'd probably be easier for me to just forgive the dude that I don't know.
Your significant other.
Yeah, significant other. Yeah,
Struggle
sure.
with that one.
But yeah, it would be easy for me to do that because like I could just forgive you and then we ain't gotta even talk to each other no more. Cause I mean, it's many people that I've done that with. But like my friends, like my best friends, like that's some.
Wait, so you're gonna forgive the significant other and not talk to them anymore?
I can forgive you.
I feel like you
don't
can
gotta
forgive
be with
somebody
you.
and not talk to them no more.
Yeah.
Like you could totally. I've forgiven a lot of people and we don't speak with each other.
So wouldn't
whatsoever.
it be easier to forgive the friend than if you just go?
No,
not talk to
I
the
don't. I don't
significant
think.
other?
No.
I don't think it is because I don't want. I mean, eventually I'll forgive the friend, yes. But as far as being easier, I'll probably forgive the significant other because the friend is like we build such a relate. Like me thinking about my friends, we've been friends for like a long time, and it's like when you do like something that's trash and you just betray me, it's just like dang, I can't trust you, I can't kick it with you, nothing. Because it's just like
I don't want to skate with you.
like, I can't do none of that with you. Cause it's just like
you knew. I forgot.
And it's like they've known me for so long and stuff. It's just like you should know like this is some grimy type stuff. Like I would just look at them totally different. Even though I look at my significant other totally different, yes. But
it's easier to forgive the significant other.
You got Picasso in your house.
I understand.
Dang, when I read that question, I
need to give me a Picasso.
I don't know. Like when you said make it like the most extreme, I feel like it would be easier.
That's up to your imagination.
Exactly.
And that's why I didn't say a thing, whatever the most extreme is for you. I know for me, the answer is significant other. Even though I've never forgiven and like stayed with anyone who's cheated on me, I know that I may possibly be able to. The most extreme for me when it comes to a friendship betrayal is any level of disrespect towards my mother. It's happened before, and that nigga is nowhere near my life.
I forgot his name for a good like 6 months.
As you should. He's more power to him, but nowhere near me.
yeah,
And my original answer was like friend because I used him as an example. I forgave him for a lot of stuff leading up to before I finally cut him off. I was just like I give a leniency and a forgiveness to my friends that it's hard to forgive to someone I'm in love with.
Yeah.
But then when I thought about like, man, you betraying me to what I think is probably the greatest extreme. And yeah, like even if we use the example like you said of like them sleeping with each other, I think the one I'd end up forgiving first is my girl. Now I wouldn't be with her; they're both getting removed, but I just don't see how I could like, and I don't really know the why. I just can only use the examples in my life that I've been through as framework because I don't know for me, and I think also like. I don't know. It's just something like if I consider you like a brother and I let you into that fold, like betraying me, like, you know why? Because if you my girl and you betray me, you betrayed me, but you not putting my life on the line. But if you my homie and betray me, you putting my freedom and life on the line. Because you know I want to kill you now.
oh god,
You know me. So you know doing this is going to lead me to wanting to blow your brains north. Why would you put me in prison? That's selfish. That's why.
so dead.
That's why. That's not really why. But I mean, like,
But yeah.
like that's just crazy to me.
Yeah,
Oh, you know, people out here, they real dirty.
People
are
shiesty.
dirty.
Very shiesty. Personally,
Shout out,
I don't
But
think
Pooh,
I've
you know
ever.
I'm really shiesty.
I don't want to say I've never not seen it coming. I've definitely ignored signs,
All the time.
and
We ignore signs all the
I've
time.
Everybody being
kicked
ignoring all
myself
them signs.
for
red
it.
flags.
You know what I'm saying? Because afterwards, you know, you think back and you're like, you know what?
The signs
This
was there.
Yeah, I chose to ignore them, and so technically, I kind of put myself in this situation. You know, but of course, you don't want to think that because, you know, of course, we want to put the blame on somebody, but 9 times out of 10, how can you blame a duck for quacking? You know what I mean? I just
That's
use
a
that.
fact.
You know
Or
what I
a
mean?
snake
Like,
for hissing.
It's like
Or biting.
that was in their nature before you met them, and it grew. You know what I'm saying? Into what it is today, into this situation.
And also, you have to take autonomy in your tolerance and your forgiveness and your ignoring and how that allowed it to grow even more.
Exactly.
Because
it's only gonna take it one step further.
if I'm a kid and I steal candy or I steal cookies out the cookie jar and I know you know and you keep not punishing me for it,
I'm gonna keep doing it.
I'm gonna keep stealing. And now I think, well, if I can steal cookies out the cookie jar and you not forgive me,
I can
I
do
can
more.
steal money out your purse. And now we're letting our forgiveness has allowed this person to evolve into an even greater monster.
Yeah. That's facts.
That's why you got to beat people up the first time they try you.
That
Violence
is
is
Doesn't
the
matter
answer.
if it's a child. Do it.
Beat them up.
Children deserve to get beat up nowadays.
that was a great question.
I got beat up, not by other kids, by my parents.
Don't say you got beat up.
You got
Just say
to
I got
frame
beat.
that correctly, brother.
Yeah,
Because that
you
sounds
can't
like
say
your
you got
parents was
beat
just
up. You can't say you got beat
abusing
up.
y'all.
Yeah, they wasn't throwing hands.
They did
was
not
say
say
21.
definitely.
That's what they did.
They was letting that belt fly, but they wasn't throwing hands.
Not hands.
But
Letting that
I'm
What-
not gonna lie, I throw hands with a kid.
What thing, like, what object for using as a whooping takes it to abuse for you?
The electrical
Anything
cord,
other-
the extension cord.
If you use an
You're doing
extension
too
cord
much.
against your child, I'm calling the police.
You need to
Anything
go to
skinnier
jail.
and flimsier than a belt.
Really?
Yes, because a belt,
Like a
honestly.
switch?
The
What
belt
do you
don't
mean
even
like
hurt
a
that
switch?
much.
Yes,
Especially a
switches.
switch.
I'm so against switches.
Oh,
Really?
I got beat with
Yes.
a switch.
Bro,
a few
you
I got
times.
beat with a
That's
switch by grandma all the
crazy.
time.
That is an insane
It's like-
concept. And making you go get it,
Go
that's
get
some
it. Oh,
slavery
God.
stuff. That is literally
Oh
some
my
slavery
gosh.
stuff, bro.
Gotta be.
That is like you. That is
no way.
insane
I get what you're saying,
psychologically.
yeah.
Cause like it
It's
doesn't
really a
matter which
country
one I
thing.
pick.
It really is a country
Yeah.
thing, though. I really believe
Yeah,
so
when I was in
because
Mississippi,
And
I got
what's wild
beat with
is
a
my
switch.
grandmother is from the country, but she never whipped me with a switch. She whipped me with a belt before, but she has whipped some of my other cousins with switches.
Yeah.
Which lets me know that I was never the
Rosalind?
baddest one. No,
No,
my
that's
other
big
grandmother,
facts.
brother.
I was
my other cousin got beat with a switch all the time.
I was
would go
14
pick up
months when
switch
she
for her.
died. She ain't never
Yeah,
whipped me
I
ever.
had to get
I'll
a few
switch
sticks
for her.
off the tree.
Oh God!
That's great. You would get
gotta
the
pick
ones that wasn't good
multiple.
enough?
I would get a big dick. I get a big log. Like just take it, just right into like.
A thick one. I
That's
said, they ain't
wild.
got no good ones, Mom. I'm sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
so thankful we
Switches
were never
is
told to go
abuse.
find
Switches
one.
are
Extension
abuse.
cords is abuse.
There's such a course.
A pot or a pan is abuse. I think
Yes.
you can use a shoe as long as it doesn't have a heel and a belt.
Yes.
Getting whooped in the shower is abuse.
I've got hit with a shoe before.
Bruh,
Woo, in the shower?
I got whooped in the
To
shower.
be honest, making your child drop their pants for the whipping is low-key abuse. Why I can't keep my clothes on? It's gonna hurt either way, bro. It's gonna leave markings on that. Like,
Bruh. Oh my God.
Oh, the
I'll
trauma.
never let my mom live this down. I was in the shower minding my business, and she thought I was playing, and she came and whooped me. I was like, "Yo, what was that for?" And she was like, "I'm sorry. I thought you was you sorry." You sorry.
you didn't take the time to observe I wasn't playing before letting it fly.
You always tell me think before I speak, think before I act. Why you ain't think before? Like maybe he's not playing. Like,
that's
why did you
different.
automatically go?
Why did why is that such a thing for black people?
I don't know.
With their
I'm
kids
sorry.
not. No, I'm saying like playing in the shower. I've heard that from other
I don't
people,
know, man.
like that they get in trouble for playing in the shower, playing in the tub.
I've never.
I don't know.
You wasted
So you beat it?
I've never.
I'm drinking a bill though. I ain't said
Like
what
the
is
water
it?
bill be that high?
Come on, bro. The water bill can't be that
You
high.
got to know wasting that goddamn water.
Beat his
Water bill
Like,
can't be
oh
that
my
high, bro.
goodness.
You using all the hot water.
Water does not even cost that much for real.
It's literally the
And I've
cheapest of
never
all the
been in
things.
this area.
Electrical and gas are both more
Yes.
expensive.
That's ridiculous.
I used to actually get in trouble for that because I think when I had a phone at a younger age, when I was with my dad, like I
He
would
was
go
taking
visit
the
him.
phone in the shower.
No, I wasn't in the shower. Like I was on the phone. I guess I was like playing on my
While the
phone
shower
on the
was
phone
running?
while the shower was running. And he was like,
That's
one time
different.
I was literally talking to my mom. I was like, yo, like I'm just trying to talk to my mother. Like I don't understand the issue.
should turn the
Literally
shower off.
took the phone. Hannah go to bed. Can't do nothing. Don't even.
He didn't
eat.
let you shower?
Damn, you went to bed stinky and hungry.
That's
So sad, bro.
That's tragic.
I was my stepmom. I was like, bro, help me. Like you know I wasn't doing nothing.
Help me.
Looked at me. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, bro.
That's different. That one's different.
I remember one time my mom did make me take my clothes off, and I remember when I was going to get in the shower, she told me to come here,
I was
and
not
she
that
like looked at my leg, and there was a whelp on it, and she looked at me and was like, "I didn't do that," and I didn't even say anything. I was just sat there. I didn't say anything. She
Okay,
just came-
Fed.
Yeah,
All right,
like,
narc.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
in
not my
head-
drugs in there.
In my head, I was just like, "Well, how else did it get there?" Because I mean, I didn't hit myself.
I'm almost positive these are your drugs, sir. What are you talking about?
I have no idea what this is.
That ain't no why you feel on me.
Oh man.
I don't even remember what I did. Half of it, it's as a kid, you want your parents not to feel bad. Well, I did. And I remember every time my mom used to ask me if I understood why she was doing what she was doing, I would always say yes. Because I didn't want to have the
You got
discussion.
asked that?
Yes, I got asked that.
Especially
Not
after
all
the
the time, but a few
I'm gonna
times.
keep it 100. This is gonna be wild, and this is probably something I shouldn't admit, but I don't care if you judge me. Oh well, I don't do it no more. I'm a grown man now. The most whoopings I've ever got was for pooping on myself.
That's not funny. I ain't
not fair. That's not fair at all.
And that's why I didn't get whooped past like 4 or 5. Like,
I thought it was gonna be
no. I haven't been whooped in
I thought you
2
said I was
decades. It
like
feel
12
like
or
nah. When I got older, I really didn't get
wasn't like
whoopings.
that.
I didn't get. I think the oldest I got a whooping was like 6, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn,
Oh my
amazing.
God.
At least what I consider a
That's
traditional
so funny.
whooping.
I remember
Now,
the
I have been
whooping
like
stopped
hit,
hurting.
but like I didn't
Yeah.
consider those whoopings like getting hit 1 or 2 times. Like I didn't really consider that a whooping.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
you
I was
got
mad
popped.
when
I got
found out
whooped for
about
lying and
punishment.
pooping on myself. That's pretty much it.
Punishment was
I got
worse
whooped
because you
for
can't
being
play the
nosy.
game. You can't have. A
I got
phone.
whooped for kick.
I would get on punishment, but my mom would
having a kid?
always like she'd be like, "You punished for 3
That and
weeks."
just for the
My
second
mind, I'm
kid.
like, "I'm punished for 2 weeks in a day," because she gonna let up. She gonna see me sulking down bad, and I've never done my full sentence. I always get
the
time
most I've
served.
done
Nah.
is a week and a half.
I ain't even made it a week.
No, one time, my mom, she used to love taking my phone all the time. I used to hate that stuff. That's why I
ain't
bought
never
my
get
own phone.
took.
Right? So she used to take my phone. One time, I was just like, bro, I used to try to sneak and get my phone while she was asleep. So when we lived in our townhome, she would always keep her door open. So I was like, okay, how am I going to get this? I'm up in the middle of the night, like 11 o'clock at night. I literally get into like army crawl and I'm crawling to the treadmill
You a fiend.
to get my phone. Yo, she literally... she
I thought the
stopped
same
me.
thing.
She said, Hannah, is that you? I was, yo, I stopped. I said, huh?
Oh my god.
Yo, my sentence got several longer. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's crazy. I straight up, I would have backed out same way and made her think it was straight up dream.
Fact, so slow.
Yo, that show was so
She'd
funny,
be asking
bro.
me the next day,
You
"Was you
went at
crawling
11?
around?"
I used to be so happy that I went to high school because once I got to high school, she ain't had no reason to take my phone because I need the phone because I got to get home.
I got my phone taken in high school, and I used to have to get up at 5 in the morning and walk 1.5 miles.
Yeah, that's
Take a bus, take another bus, then walk 3/4 of a mile to get to school, and I still got my phone taken.
Yeah, nah, that's crazy.
She just didn't care.
Super savage.
Like, she ain't know
And
anything.
I don't even remember what I did. Oh, I do remember what happened. Why I got my phone taken that time. It was pretty bad too.
What you do?
But I wasn't the only person. Me and my sister got into a huge fight. Like,
Janelle?
yeah, it was bad. It was probably like top 3 of our
And
worst
you
fights.
got in trouble for it?
Well, she got in trouble too, but she couldn't take her phone. She a grown woman. She'll pay her bill. So, but she could take my phone, so she did.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's funny.
She started operating with an iron fist for like a week. Yeah.
The warden came down.
No, it wasn't. I saw her on it. Oh, hold on. So she kept her phone?
Uh-oh.
Because I remember post that, and she still had her phone. I thought she did.
Well,
I've been
that's
alive
crazy.
too long.
Dang.
Trifling.
what's the
Next
next
one.
one?
I was
question.
already on it.
Traumatized.
Oh, I like this one.
Are y'all
'Cause
gonna beat y'all kids?
This one,
No.
I don't want to have
I don't
to.
wanna-
Psychological
kids.
warfare.
You don't want to have kids?
No.
What is wrong
don't
with
wanna have
you,
kids?
Andrew?
Nothing. Not
Wait,
a
when
thing.
he
I'm
You
just gonna
operating
teach
in
them.
these love universes with what? He's psychological warfare on your children.
Look,
You gonna raise 3 sociopaths,
Dr. Umar today.
a murderer.
I don't think they're gonna be that bad.
Your kids gonna have
you don't wanna have
Netflix
kids?
docs made about them,
I feel like
I
my
just
kids are
don't
gonna
want
be master manipulators.
I
And I
grew
don't
up
want.
around
That's what I
all
don't want.
children. I love kids.
and you think psychological warfare is the way to make that not happen?
What if your husband wants kids?
He doesn't.
But what if he did?
What if he did? Then he would have been my husband. He wasn't gonna get no kids just because he want them. He can get it from somebody else.
You know what I
You don't want to
think
extend
is
your
funny?
family name?
Me? There are 6 other kids who can
Yeah,
extend
come
their
on,
family
bro.
name.
She got mad people who can do that.
They all got it. They can just have one.
So you gonna
And
be
we
the rich
good.
auntie?
Yes, I'm gonna just be I'm gonna be chilling.
I will say this: be careful, only because every girl I've ever known that doesn't want kids has had them.
You think I'm gonna get pregnant and not take care of it? I'm a.
No.
Like what?
So the next question
Oh
was if I like this one because it's one that I could give personal. If after you and your significant other break up, they get with that person they told you not to worry about, does that confirm to you that
Yes.
something fishy was happening all
Yes.
along?
Yeah.
It does.
It
No.
does.
No.
And I can say no because
Go
of the fact
first.
that I have been in that position before.
Me too.
And there was literally nothing happened during the relationship. But she put that thought in my head. So after the relationship was over, I was like, well, maybe there was something that I missed, and
So
let
you-
me see if
you
I
double
can.
back.
Let me see if I can. You know what I'm saying? Reel
You
it
spun
in.
the block.
That was just a happenstance. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was messing with that person because I definitely was not. So like after
Allegedly.
she's the one that came to me with that, and I'm just like, all right. She's first of all, you could have talked to me about the situation first, but no, you came to me angry because you believed what she said. I haven't talked to that girl in literally
Well,
half
what did
a
she
year.
say?
Oh, so there was some evidence against you though,
No, it wasn't evidence
or
against me.
claims.
It was alleged stuff. She was just
What did
talking,
she
and
allege?
Your
I
ground-
wasn't around to
Your
defend
ground
myself.
getting shakier, brother.
It sounds like it's getting shaky.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to, talk without
Putting
revealing,
nothing out there,
You
yeah.
know,
That
who
is
you
true.
think are because I
Facts.
haven't talked to but I've talked about the situation to other people, and if they watch this, they're gonna know who I'm talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put business
think
out there.
It's fishy because look, I had proof, okay? Because it was
Well, it's
kind of like
different if
he
you
say,
got
she
proof.
say. It wasn't like proof. It was just like word of mouth,
Circumstantial.
But the best friend, he opted them out. Real talk. His best friend told me what's going on, and yeah, he is a op.
He wanted you the whole time.
Yep.
That's also very.
Telling you.
But
That's how they
yeah,
be.
like it was like a whole long drawn out thing. Like I was like, bro, there's something like weird about this, cause like girl just pop up out the blue. Oh, we're best friends. What?
That's fishy.
Yeah.
Like and then like go past.
Popped up out the blue.
What is
I
that?
wish
And then
somebody
we
would-
like
no.
we had
Ain't no
the reason
bestie.
why we broke up was because of the stuff that I had found. Basically, I found out about some stuff, and then we broke up, and then they got together after that.
All right. I say
Yep.
no,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna explain my no.
Let me about that.
Now I don't know
crazy.
if my ex has ever really felt this type of way about this situation, but I know that people she's friends with have told me that they personally felt this way about the situation. I'm gonna say no, and the reason why no is I was in a relationship. That relationship drew to a close, and then I'm not even gonna loaf. Was there nothing fishy in the regard of me and the girl physically? I didn't even have feelings for her. And I can keep it real raw about this because at a other point in our relationship, I told my girlfriend I've developed feelings for not one but two other girls. Which
You told her.
yeah, I told her the truth. And we stayed together and we worked through it. And I mean,
My heart.
dang,
Yeah,
I
see,
ended
that
up
act on
talking to one of them
No,
girls.
my heart is so.
But it was
broken.
way longer.
I'll be so sad.
Yeah.
I know,
I'll be
and
sad
it was
too.
very, it was
gosh.
absolute. But I will say, I told her the feelings developed when we broke up. She broke up with me. I started having feelings for these girls. We got back together. The feelings didn't go away. I still liked both of them.
Okay.
And
So you're
Why did
you're
you
better
get back
than me.
together with me?
because I was in love.
Oh my god, I was
Brother.
so sad.
Hey, sad she was talking to somebody else. And look, the rules of the game is getting flipped out here. Regardless,
I told you, love is a battleground, bro.
anyway, when we
is
broke
war.
up, it was not that long after that I was talking to the girl that
fair.
and she had felt the type of way about me and the girl's friendship. She said the girl wanted me, yada, yada. Now,
They be knowing,
all
too.
of her suspicions were true, but I was oblivious to that.
We always
Now, I
are.
will say there was one point where the friend said something that did have a let on. She hit me with one of those, she doesn't know how lucky she is to have you type songs.
Yeah,
She
I-
did
Or,
that.
she said, I wish she knew what she had.
That's my
Bro.
bag.
And I should have really, because I told the homies, and the homies was like,
That's my bag.
she won't it. But my homies over exaggerate everything, so I wasn't
Bruh.
hopping on their bandwagon. I was like,
I
y'all
be
are low
hating.
fate. It ended up being the
bro.
case. We talked, and I knew because it wasn't that long after that people were gonna be like, I was doing something fishy, and I truly wasn't, and I wasn't even thinking about it. But I know how bad it looked.
Yeah.
But I also it was
it was
one of
a
those situations.
coincidence.
Yeah, it was one of those situations where I wanted to clear my name, like to the court of public opinion. But I also know how bad that looks.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, whatever, bro. I know what's true. And I'm gonna ride with that. So it doesn't have to be a confirmation. It often is, and I understand that. But I don't think it's 100% with validity. Okay, there's something fishy. was
So I
going
guess
on.
it just depends on the situation.
But I also believe it's really hard for as the significant other who got broken up or like who this is happening to believe that it's a coincidence, no matter how much it is.
I understand how
That's-
it looks.
I feel like after I break up with you, I can't care who you're dating now. Even if it
Even
is
if it's
somebody
shorty
that I
that-
suspected, I don't care. I have no feelings for you anymore. We broke up. I'm not with you.
See, you be colder with your breakups. A lot of people be breaking up
that's
and
why
still
you can't
having
break
some
up
lingering.
until you can be cold with it. Until
Then again, aren't you the one that has
Ashley got
initiated
an
all of your
icebox where her
breakups?
heart used to be.
And we're on the opposite end. And we've always been broken up with because we were the ones that would try to
Hey,
stay.
hold up. In my younger days, I broke up. Just like in
yeah.
middle school.
Yeah, of course, me too. We're the exact same. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we haven't had these conversations.
But yeah, all the serious ones, yeah, they be leaving me.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Exactly.
And then they be spinning the block. Like, you know you want this, bro.
Which is the problem. Don't spin because when they spin, it's always at the most inconvenient time. It's like right when I'm starting to get into something else, or it's like I just got over you. It's one or the other. It's never in the gray area where it's like fine, like okay, I probably would accept it in this time, but in this time, everything about me is in danger if I do this.
I will say all the women who've ever spun the block on me, I wanted them to spin. I'm not gonna sit here and just make it seem like they. Now sometimes they were inconveniencing my steez. I'm not gonna lie. Their timing on their spin could have been a bit better for some of them. I'm not gonna say who because.
But then you got options.
Not when you're in love, because when you're in love, you're like, nah, I want my love back.
Right.
There's always one that you just really like.
Yeah.
It's always that one.
The one that got away. Well, not for you, because you.
Oh, I don't have a one that got away. I'm the one that got away from them.
Oh
For all of
God.
them?
Let them know.
That's vicious.
Let them know.
Yes.
That's vicious.
Well, guys, if you didn't know, Ashton is the catch.
Yes, I am. I have
That
to
should be
believe
the-
that.
that's
I
the
have
new
no
name
choice
of
but
our
to believe that.
Ashton is the catch.
For real though.
No.
I hate when some dudes. I'm not say dudes. I feel like some dudes, like I feel like me being a girl. I know what girls do because I've done it before too. And it's like if I tell you,
What do girls do, Hannah?
The worst.
What you be
They
doing?
deserve less.
I don't
Let's
know.
unpack
I said I'm gonna have to snitch on
But
myself
like,
now.
it's like no, I if I tell it like, how can I put this? Like if I tell you, bruh, she likes you. How do you know that she likes me? It's obvious. Like it's little things
Obviously,
that
it's obvious.
I'm
I don't know.
gonna keep it 100 though.
and
lot
girls
of
think
times,
girls think they slick all the time.
girlfriends be coming, and you be right, but it be so much intuition, but the evidence y'all be claiming be sounding stupid.
I know,
I'm telling you,
we know it
y'all be
sounds
saying
stupid.
something. I'll be like, I'll be like,
but
bro,
it's
I have
facts.
4 other friends that do that,
facts.
but it's the way she do it. You sound like it sounds mad
Bruh,
fishy.
it's facts though. Like,
But y'all be
know how
right because y'all
girls flirt.
intuition
Yes.
Our
works.
flirting be so like.
we're so like,
Yes, it's
you trying
always
to say
subtle.
you trying to say stuff that's like compliment, and mostly, bro, I don't like you. And like, let's say I got a friend, this how you would just get cut off as a friend. I don't like when you my friend, but you complimenting like my dude so much. Like, calm your A word down. It ain't even that serious.
Relax.
I understand you in your situation. You know, you got your situation. You
don't
might be
even gotta
single,
hype
whatever.
him
You
up
might
like
have a man
that.
or whatever. Worry about him. You don't gotta compliment
Worry about
me.
him.
You don't gotta compliment my dude like that. I
That
know
is
he
Too
a
hard
got.
at these jokes, Hannah.
I know
That
he
is
do.
a fact.
Oh
yes.
God.
Because
For
girls
real.
do that, and it's weird.
It's so weird.
I've had a girlfriend be like, she laughs too hard at the stuff. I'd be like, bro, I'm a whole comedian in the streets. I was like, you gotta let that go. The streets gonna laugh at me. She was right. That girl ended up telling me she wanted to slide when we broke up, and I was like, nah.
So really, what this tells me is, it sounds like the women are more shiesty than the men.
I don't want to say more shicey. It's just
More sneaky with it.
yeah. It's the way that they approach it.
I think yes, more shicey, because I think if I'm a dude and I'm trying to slide on a girl who's in a relationship,
It's more about
I'm doing everything
doing
in my power when I'm doing it that there's nothing for him to sniff out.
right.
Now, we still have the ability as guys to, like, don't get me wrong, whereas women's intuition be crazy, we bat probably like 1,000 unless it's like a crazy insecure dude.
Yeah.
But dude, like, if you know you got a dude who, like, in his right mind, we bat 1,000 because we wait until the evidence is stockpiled. Y'all be like, she like you. You just saw me hang out with her for 25 seconds. I know. Okay, cool. And then we dismiss it. You be right. But that's intuition.
Yeah.
Our intuition is there, but we hush
do a
it till we
little
get
bit
the
of
evidence. We
investigation.
get the investigation
It's like-
popping. We let the logic
So you
line
gotta
out.
hear a girl to say, I like you. Bruh, you had many evidence. Whole profile, my guy.
Not
I
a
done
profile.
told you this. I done told you what it was. Why you acting stupid?
I
But-
think it's because women speak in hints.
And that's what I was going to get to.
Yes.
I think the girls, if they're trying to slide into a relationship, they're the way, like you said, y'all so subtle that they'll do it
Y'all
right
pick
in
up
front
on
of
those
shorty.
hints.
They
Yes.
do it in a way where we don't really have that level of subtlety.
Right.
Now some dudes do,
Some
and that's
dudes
the
do.
you gotta watch out for them. You got a good
Yeah.
ones. Just a queen.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Listen to this.
the whole Drewski video. Yeah,
We had went. Where did we go? We went to Main Event.
I was gonna say Casamigos to throw him off.
Wow.
It just
Casamigos is the devil. All right,
It is.
But we went to Main Event, and then there was the lady that was working the bowling counter. I guess she was getting a little bit too friendly. I didn't know what was going on. I was just asking if she had a lane for the
LeBron
four
team,
of us. But I guess she was like staring a little too hard, and then my girlfriend pulled me to the side. She was like, "She likes you," and I looked at her, and I looked at the girl, and I was like, "Nah." But I went to go exchange out some shoes. My shoes, and then I was like, "These are too big. Can I get a smaller size?" She was like, "Yeah." Is that your girlfriend? And I was like,
Because it's
Yes,
like,
because
no.
it's so
They know.
obvious.
It be
It's
obvious. It be obvious. in
It's
our eyes,
exactly
bro.
gonna be obvious to y'all.
but I had no
So
clue.
obvious.
But one
Y'all
time
have
I
a
had
little
to-
like person on your shoulder who
Yeah,
just let
exactly.
you.
Like,
They
yeah,
pop
she
out
man,
every
they
time.
want your man,
They
girl.
want them.
They want to Bro, one time
She didn't. All she did was look.
Nah, bro.
And she was like,
it's,
she
it's,
likes
look,
you.
it's
We
the,
know,
it's,
bruh.
it's the body language, it's the eyes, it's the
It's
breath.
Granted, I had just
It's
done
They know.
everything,
They know.
bruh.
They know.
It's everything.
They truly do know.
Yeah,
They
Like-
can see. They can see
Bruh.
because they like they don't. I
I
don't
can
know
look
it
at
when
you
I see
one
it. but
good
I'm
time and know
And then,
you own.
and then
no.
I suck.
crazy.
Just personally, I'm gonna let you get to a hand up. But I suck personally at being able to tell if someone likes me or if someone's flirting with me. I can always tell it with other people. I'm the type to let my homies know she wants you. Oh yeah, she trying to say yeah.
Really?
But I cannot tell with me. I never know when a girl likes me. I never
be
know when a
guessing.
girl is flirting with me.
I can.
I take
And
chances.
so because I'm also like
be
really bad
acting
at that,
oblivious,
you
though.
telling me she's flirting, be like, bro, she's making conversation. No, she's flirting.
Like,
No,
bruh.
she's not. Because I believe no one's flirting
I
with
be
me
acting
ever.
oblivious. I be wanting them to tell me just straight up.
I need you to tell me or
I
I
would
won't know.
rather you tell me, but you know.
Hannah, you said having a story.
But oh yeah, I was gonna say like, so I be on FaceTime. I be on FaceTime, my boyfriend, whatever, and like I'm on FaceTime. His roommate, he got of course he got his friends with her because I mean it's his place too. So it would be this, dang, take out the roommate part. It would be this girl that would come over basically because of his. Well, actually leaving the roommate part because of his roommate, whatever. They'll be watching whatever they watch, and it'll be a group of people. Like I told Nate from the first day I heard her speak, she would literally, like, she don't even know him like that. They asked him, "Oh, you want to come watch this movie with us?" La la la. Literally, he was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll think about it." Every single like 2 minutes, Nate, you want to come? Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I said, bruh, I said, bruh, she like you. Don't. Look, bruh. I said, bruh, she like you. And I'm telling you, when I get down there, she keeps saying Nate loud like that. It's going to be a problem, I'm telling you. And he's like, bruh, babe. He's like, babe, it's not even that serious. She's just calling my name. He's like, she just calling my name and stuff. She just asked me if I want to watch the movie. No, bruh, because it's not even, it's Star Wars. Star Wars has been on for years now. You don't watch Star Wars multiple times. I don't watch it multiple times. And all these folks don't watch it multiple times. She ain't calling your name because she want to watch, Star Wars. Come join us for Star Wars. We try to get to know you. No. Like,
she think he
Hannah's still ready to beat her up.
but I'm going to be down there in a week. She got a week.
She ready to go through them bows.
get her, Hannah. I
hope she
support.
Hannah
that
woke
girl.
up and chose violence.
On me.
I fully
man.
support.
That is hilarious.
That is hilarious.
All right, another
To the
question.
next one.
Oh, I love this one. Is it possible to cheat during a break?
Nope.
No.
If
I
the
don't
break
think so.
isn't a
I'm
break
team hard no.
Break is break up, basically.
Really?
I don't agree that
think
break
the-
is break up, but I don't believe it's possible
But
to
what
cheat
is
during
a what
one.
is a like? What do you think? What is a break exactly?
I've been on a break, so I can
don't get
try
it.
and explain it to the best of ability.
Breaks are stupid.
I've
Breaks
never
are
been on a
stupid,
break.
yes.
It's a
Breaks
break
are-
up. Like you have broken up for however long y'all needed to get back together to do what y'all need to do. To me,
In my
I
opinion,
think it is too.
The
because
way
when
I
you're
see
on a break,
breaks,
are you still in a relationship?
No.
So you're broken up.
Right.
Yes, but yes, technically. Okay. Now, when I was on a break, it was in high school. I agree that breaks are stupid. And I should have been like, you want us to go on a break? suspicious, but I was really good at ignoring all the signs in high school. So, but we went on a break or whatever, and essentially during that time period, you're not together, but you're still almost dedicated to one another. And so you're supposed to be everything you're supposed to be doing, and not every aspect of life, but like when it comes to with each other in regard and with yourself, it's supposed to be so that you're getting right back to being together. The reason why I don't believe it's possible to cheat during one is because I don't believe it's possible to cheat in any context other than you're in a committed romantic relationship.
Yeah.
There are like, I don't think if you're dating and y'all are like, we're dating exclusively, and then somebody steps out, I think it's wrong. I think it's a betrayal of trust. I don't think it's cheating. Because cheating is strictly for romantic like the entering of a relationship in my eyes. And that's why I'm like, no, you can't. But I know a lot of people who feel like, yes, you can.
What is their reasoning?
Because they feel like even if we're not together, if we've communicated that we're locked in with each other, doing something with anyone else is you stepping out on me.
But it's not.
I feel like it depends on how long the break is. And also, I feel like I think if somebody's going to go through a break, you have to write out your parameters with that person beforehand.
I agree.
Just to know that you're on the same page.
agreement.
If you think that it's okay for us to sleep with other people, don't be mad when I do the same or if I do the same. I think you just have to be on the same page.
Right.
I've definitely been in breaks before where the other person has slept with somebody else, and I considered it cheating because it wasn't a full break, and we talked about it beforehand, and he still did it. So then it was cheating to me.
Right.
But
because you had that communication.
Yeah, I think it just depends on the person.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't think it's like cheating if it just happens if you're on a break for like 3 months. Like, nah, we're not together.
I believe breaks need to be short, but when you go into it, you cannot prescribe an expiration date. Because then I think it feels fake. Like, you don't have to really do it.
Because then you're
self-work.
kind of giving yourself a time limit to do something.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Basically.
And so
I
like
got
at
3
this
months,
point,
Right.
you know what I'm
break it
saying?
for 3 months.
What's the point of us doing it?
Hypothetical.
No, but I'm just saying.
At the
like,
most, if you're going to say a break, nigga, you got about a week. At
A
the most.
week?
Yes, because otherwise we
break
should just
was like
break
2
up.
weeks.
We should just break up at that point. If it's going to be
honest.
like a month, we should just break up. I don't want to be on a break with you. I didn't come here to
be on
say
a
I'm
break.
in a break.
Yeah.
It's a relationship. We're supposed to be together.
Not off and on.
The way I see it, it's like if two parties agree to go on a break, the point of the break is to step away from each other to question
and evaluate.
Not even really to work on yourself, just to evaluate if this is what you want.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, if you come back to it, the only other thing that can happen after a break is a breakup, or y'all come back together and y'all staying together. That's how I see it. Because if we're taking this time to really figure out if this is what we want, but the entire time you used it to go do what you wanted to do,
Right.
then there was no point of the break. You just wanted it a free reign to do whatever you wanted to do. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
offending. And that's why I always think whoever initiates or brings up going on a break
Has
just looks
some
suspicious.
thoughts. Yeah.
Right.
Like, what are your true intentions behind this?
Shoot, I've initiated
Right.
a
If you're
few
telling
breaks.
me you're having
And I didn't do anything. I just was tired of them.
Oh wow. Okay. Well,
and that's possible too.
Optimistic
Like
people.
if you really need some space from me and you want to figure out if you want to be with me or not, and I feel like you need to take that time, go ahead and do that. If I know how I feel one way or the other, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go and be shicey. And I'm not gonna.
But then
I would expect that from you.
But then if you have that understanding personally, and then they get back and they're like they do want to be with you, but while they were figuring out if they did want to be with you, they was being with some other people. How do you feel?
I have to find that out. If they come and tell me that, I'm gonna have an issue with it. We're gonna have to talk about it, and we can see if we can get if there's anything past this point. Because, like I said, you just showed me who you are. Why would I not believe you right now? You know what I'm saying? So why would I enter into this relationship knowing that at any point in time you can get bored like you just did, and feel like you just, you know what I'm saying? Because what are you gonna do then? You know what I'm saying? What if we got to the point where we're married? You just gonna be like, oh, can we get a divorce real quick? No. Like, what do you do? And we can't do that.
You'd be
so what are
willing,
you gonna
Jada.
do? You know what I'm
Just
saying?
get a boyfriend real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah,
That's a dub.
pretty much.
That's a dub.
That's a big
I
dub.
married you for me. Like, I'm not finna let you just go. No. I put a ring on this. I pay your
did they call
bills
that?
and my bills.
What do they call it?
Even though
An
they the same
entanglement.
bill.
Entanglement.
Well, that's what she called it. August called it a relationship.
Will ain't called it nothing. He just sat there rubbing his neck.
And then he said he was going to
Feel
get her
sorry
back.
for him.
An
He
entanglement.
probably already did.
Who?
Get her back.
What you mean?
It had to have been.
He
with
said he
Margot.
was, I'm going to get you back.
And she said, "You got me back enough already."
Yes, that's literally what happened.
It was probably with Margot.
Not, this is a game to them.
All right, this one right here, real fire. This one for the ladies.
For the ladies.
You're on a first date, hypothetically. The date's amazing. Fire. You already thinking about date 2.
But you looking down at his feet and he was wearing Clarks. What you do?
What? At the end, do y'all pump fake when you're on dates?
Heck no.
You don't pump. Act like you about to pay for yourself,
love that.
just to see if.
That's like reach for the check, but you're not about to pay for it. Just to see what he does.
Y'all don't pump fake. Okay, so
No.
then I won't give the option of you pump fake and he lets you. Say he asks you to pay.
You asked me to pay for the whole thing
Yeah, or for yourself.
to split. Then it's not a date. Thank you for letting me get to know you tonight. We will not be on any dates in the future. I will pay for myself right now, but don't ask me on a second date. The first date, you asked me to go meet you somewhere specifically for us to get to know
Yes.
each other in a romantic way, and you asked
If
me to
you
pay.
asked
What if he
for
didn't ask?
myself?
I didn't say that.
If I asked you,
Oh, if I asked,
then it's different.
Then that makes sense.
Yeah.
If I said we should go out, I'm probably gonna pay.
Okay.
I would pay
For
for,
sure,
both of
for
us
sure.
because that's a given. That's how it goes.
But if he asked you, it's
then
a
no,
If
bro.
he asked me,
Because you asked me,
boy,
you wanted to take me out, you wanted to get to know me and stuff, but
You
you,
got
don't
this.
want to pay.
Yeah,
for
no.
it. But if
No.
I ask you, yeah, I got you.
right?
I got us. It's cool.
I got us.
Exactly.
I just want to say a funny story. There was this one time, this girl, this is a girl that I knew in high school. I knew she liked me, but I wasn't like trying to. I understood.
Is it the
that
one
I
you
didn't
ended up
like her.
dating?
No,
Okay.
Name drop. You can bleep it.
no, I don't know because I don't want to do that work. I don't feel like
Oh,
giving
this is
myself
the
extra
sound.
work. It's not just the sound. I got to do other stuff too. Mind your business. Anyway, so she was like adamant. This is the first time I ever tried Chipotle. She was like, "Have you had Chipotle?" I was like, "No."
Chipotle
And
is
she
my
was
life.
like, "Come on, I'll take you." And I was like, "I don't have any money." And she's like, "It's okay, I'll pay for you." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And she said, "Yes." And I denied her again, but then she basically begged me to come, so I was like, "Okay, I'll come." And so
She
the first
wanted
time I
you.
had Chipotle was with her. Then again,
Aw.
we go to some new. No, ain't no aw.
Jesus
again,
Lord.
Sorry to that
Then
girl.
again,
Ain't no all.
then again, we go to some. It was like a noodle shop. Same situation. She asked me to go. I was like, I don't have any money, so I don't really. I don't want to do that.
Is this
It
the one
was
that
like-
called dad and asked if you have or
No, that was. Ain't nobody ever called. Dad.
Well, he
she
asked-
just saw him
yeah.
at a basketball game, but that was in high school.
Oh, yeah, I
This
remember
was
that
after
story.
high school. And I think it happened I think it happened one more time, and then she
She
had
was
the
blowing
nerve.
racks on you.
She had the nerve.
Say you was
She
broke?
was. Nah, she ain't say I was broke. You know I was. She had the nerve to like
Self-aware.
throw that in my face and say like I never offered to pay for anything.
You kept offering.
First of all,
I never offered to pop out with you.
like exactly like every time you asked me to go, I said no, and then you
Said-
insisted. So I would
Right.
say yes, so I wouldn't seem rude. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not like I wanted to go. You feel me? I said no, but you insisted, so I came.
Right.
And it's like, why are you now all of a sudden expecting something from me,
Right.
as if I was supposed to be like this? Is what was you thinking was happening in your head like this entire time? We ain't do nothing. All you did was pick me up, take me. We ate, we talked, we left. I went home. Didn't talk to you afterwards.
That's a date.
Exactly. She done took me on 3 dates, and I'm like, nah. You know what I mean? Like, and then she
Right.
mad now that I don't like her. Like, what? I'm sorry.
She
but I
shouldn't have
just
tried
had to
so
say
hard.
Yeah.
I would've- you
At
said
that point, at the first, no. Okay, you ain't got no money. Cool.
So y'all not out here.
Exactly.
Y'all not
You know what
willing
I'm
to put in work for a man that you want.
I ain't gonna lie, she was putting in pressure. That noodle
If
shop
we're
was
already
crazy.
together.
No, I'm saying this is a good thing because a lot of women I know
not.
are
She's
of the
married now,
apply
so-
pressure thought process. You got it, and it's like if you consider yourself a great woman, and that a man has to earn you, right? Okay, if you're a great woman, you should want a great man,
Yeah.
and a great man is also to be earned.
Yeah.
Yes.
So why do women not believe that they have to put in any work?
No, I don't. I did not say you don't have to put in any work. I'm just saying I'm not gonna chase you.
No, I'm not saying
right,
chase,
yeah.
but I'm saying I know, like in general, I know people who just like it's literally just like it's a one-way street for them.
No, that's not fair.
While the pressure's being applied, they're applying none back.
Yeah, that's not.
Well,
fair.
I mean, okay, I'm not applying any back financially in the beginning, but emotionally, you can have that. You can have my love, and I will have my affection.
Is your love really that fire?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's enough. They love me because I love them enough. So yes, obviously it's doing something, but no, I don't think it's just a one-way street. But the whole like
I was about to say
chasing
something
a
so
man,
inappropriate.
I will initiate. Like I've definitely thrown my shot
man.
a bunch.
Oh, you be shooting?
Yes,
I ain't never
Ashton
shot.
said
I
she
don't believe
Steph
in not
Curry with the
shooting.
shot,
Do you
boy.
mean yes? Absolutely.
See, man,
Shooting.
like,
I love when women shoot.
I love when women shoot, and they just really. Most of the girls, most of the women I know, they're so stiff on shooting. They're so against it, like vehemently.
Really? I love
they,
it.
They refuse to do it.
What do you
She
say?
needs some tips.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think what
Are you-
Ashton's saying
okay.
gonna cross over.
I just added
Well,
something
I
to my
mean,
bag
it
the other
depends
day.
on the person. I've
What's
definitely
your,
like
you seen the what's your
done,
pronouns thing?
You just
Oh,
you can
yeah,
comment
yeah,
the
yeah.
emojis, heart eyes. I don't be saying no words.
Just read them.
Just send them an emoji. They'll look at your profile, see that you're attractive, and that's all you have to do.
Yeah,
Really,
dudes are
that's
easy. We're easy.
Yeah,
Dudes are really easy. You don't have to try that hard. Just be like, hey, do you want to ever hang out?
I say,
Or like if they say something interesting, if niggas be asking questions on Instagram, answer one of the questions. And then you
that's
just
a
start
fact because
going
it,
back and
it,
forth.
yeah, allows you to open doors for
Yeah, and then
conversation.
you just start talking, and then
They gonna be
you
like,
wanna
oh,
hang
she
out?
can-
You know
Where you
what's
from?
you know what's
Oh,
something
girl.
that really works that a lot of
go.
girls that do shoot don't do. One of the times where like he in his story he's just doing something that's of his interest, playing Warzone. Like I posted yesterday myself like writing. I was having a writing session. Something that like is a hobby or of interest of him, something he likes to do. Swipe up on one of those.
Yeah, ask
because
about it.
it really makes it seem like not like it's gonna set you apart from, especially if this dude's attractive or he's getting attention, he's getting the hard eyes. You're gonna like you're actually like someone I'm about to have conversation with, and about something that like
your
I
research,
like or
though.
that I'm passionate about. Like that's fire. Because one thing that I genuinely love is talking about things I'm passionate about, and honestly, it really doesn't matter how much you know about it. Because I like informing people or like giving
Yeah.
people game, and then if you know about it, I love engaging in thought provoking intellectual conversation. And I know like one girl who does that, and every dude she slides on, like she gets like
Oh, she 100?
she bats 1,000, and it's because that's the only way she slides.
Oh wow.
If a dude hoops a lot, like she'll just like slide up and be like,
I gotta go tell my friend.
she'll say something like, "You're not a hooper."
You got to be a little aggressive,
Yeah,
just
you-
a little bit.
you not no
gotta go
hooper.
with the joke.
Who not no hooper? I'm at LA Fitness every week. Who not no? I'm
And now
telling
we're
you.
talking for an hour about how a good hooper he is. Good for you. That's exactly what I'm
Dang,
wondering.
that's
Yes.
smart.
Now you talking about how he
Men are
high
easy.
school,
We're very
what
simple.
school he went to, yada yada. I mean,
Dang.
the
You wasn't
floodgates
shooting your
open.
shot hand in the DMs?
I ain't never shoot my shot.
Men are so simple that
That's not that I
my
don't
boyfriend
want to
now.
though. It's not that I don't want to. It's just I never
Oh,
really.
you bagged him?
My boyfriend? Yes.
I never really.
Oh, Ashton is a bagger.
I was in his DMs.
Ashton is the MVP of this pod.
Oh me, she's
excuse me, sir. Sir.
She taking us to the promised land.
Exactly.
So the
MVP.
Slid on him.
Oh yeah, I feel like we halfway through now.
No, we have.
No, I'm way more.
Yeah, we have like two.
We have two more.
Yeah.
Oh well, three. This one's really good. Could you make up with a friend that put your business out there when y'all fell out?
No.
no,
No.
we're done.
All I
No.
know across.
That's a hard no.
I
You
can't
showing
trust
your
you with
true
nothing.
colors. Your true colors.
I still hold water from exes I don't.
I think it's only warranted like if that friend did you like super dirty. That's the only reason where I can be like, I understand why you talking about them like that. But if it just fell out mutually, or
If
you guys
did them super dirty?
no, like if
Somebody did you
if
super
somebody did
dirty,
me
she'd
super
understand
dirty,
why you're popping
Yeah.
about their stuff.
If somebody did you super dirty.
and
you-
then I go out and I'm talking about
Oh,
them.
I thought you were saying you would understand why they was talking about you and they did you super dirty.
Oh no. Other than that, I don't get the point.
What if you did them super dirty?
Shit, I don't do nobody dirty.
And
I
then
mean,
if you
if I
did-
did them super dirty,
Hypothetically.
then they have every right to talk about me because I did something dirty to them.
And then would you forgive them if they like if there was a moment for reconciliation and being friends again?
Nah.
If they were, it depends on what business they put out. It depends.
I seen something vicious get put out there once.
What?
I don't know neither of them, so I could just straight up. This girl straight up posted her like best friend's STD results.
Oh wow.
There was 3, cause she
sent them.
was always over there, so she like just had a picture of it. There was 3 positives,
How do you have 3 positives?
cause she had 3 things. It was a list.
Well, 2 of them kind of like are synonymous.
What 2?
HIV and AIDS.
Oh, well,
No,
she.
they're not. Those are completely two
They are
completely different.
I mean,
diseases.
one transitions.
Yeah,
into
Yeah,
those
it
are 2 different
transitions.
diseases.
But
But
yeah,
they're 2 different.
And if you
You can
have
them
both,
at
that
the same
sucks.
time.
you
right?
can have them both. Yes.
Yes.
If you have AIDS, you absolutely have HIV.
Yes.
But if you have HIV, you may not have
You
AIDS because
don't
it
necessarily
progresses.
What
through
Magic
that.
got?
He had
Yeah,
AIDS.
HIV.
Oh, he's cured?
Yes.
Yes.
He had a blood transfusion.
Oh,
It's very expensive though,
well,
and it happens in many
he has
phases.
the money for it.
Yes. But
Look at
yeah,
his pocket watching.
there was 3 positives. 1 curable, 2 permanents. And
2 perm.
yeah, meaning
And AIDS.
nah,
herpes?
yeah,
Oh,
and then
I thought herpes was. No.
it's
herpes?
treatable, but you have it for
Sure,
life.
It's not curable though.
that's why the joke about herpes flaring up like that. They come and go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have flare ups, and then the only way you could get herpes from someone is while they're having a flare up, though. If you do things.
Not necessarily.
Well, that's the higher percentage.
It's a much higher.
So yeah,
percentage,
that's
so,
what
yeah.
like people that have it usually say. They're like, if I don't have a flare up, then we're fine. It's not 100% the case,
Like,
but
what?
That's nasty.
I mean, because you don't.
but there's
have
also
it,
things for
you-
someone who's like, if you're like in a relationship with someone with herpes, there's things that you can take to protect yourself.
Yeah, and there's things that people with herpes can take to
Yeah.
lessen their percentage of
Yeah.
passing it on to anybody else.
So that's why it's
kinda
treatable,
scary.
but it's not curable. They have it for life.
And the only way you can, well, they're sexually transmitted, so never mind.
But you can also get it from like smoking off of somebody else, drinking off of a cup, because they have like oral.
Yeah, and then they have genital.
Yeah, so you can get it a lot of different ways, honestly.
But yeah, and I remember seeing that, and I only brung up this example because maybe a few months later,
They was back
it
together.
was back in each other's stories, hanging out.
That's man. That's
And I was
no,
like,
that one-
I don't know how she could forgive that.
That's a super invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
It was crazy,
Like, no, that's
We
not
can't never
cool.
be friends.
and it wasn't
I
even
bet.
close friends. It was for the world to see.
Dang, she put on
And
a
then
regular story.
also, it's a lot of stuff that my best friends just don't know. 'Cause I usually try to just keep it just to myself because I don't feel the reason. But yeah, I just don't. If I was her, I wouldn't have told my friend that I had STDs.
Yeah, that's one of those where like you can really just keep that,
Keep that to
to
yourself.
yourself.
Yeah,
I understand you talk to your therapist about that. If you gotta
Right.
talk about it, don't. Like,
Once you get your results, you got to put them in a place that nobody's gonna go and find.
who
them.
is out here getting paper results anymore in
Right.
the first place?
Paper
It's a-
results are actually more suggested because people be out here lying about their results a lot. So paper results are suggested so that you have some concrete proof of what your results are. Because I know a girl who got something curable from a dude who said he didn't have nothing, but he was just lying.
Did he show her his results?
No, because he didn't have paper results. He just said he got tested and that.
Oh no, you
he
gotta
was-
see the proof.
He
You
was
gotta send
negative
me.
for everything, and he wasn't.
No, I'm just saying you can get them electronically. You sign it to your lab work online. You just view it as a PDF.
He just didn't get tested.
yeah, he just
No, he did. He knew what he had.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. He committed a felony.
Oh wow.
She didn't sue him. She didn't send him to jail. Oh, I was pressing charges immediately.
Give me my money.
expeditiously.
Crazy out here. It's wicked outside. Be careful,
It's dirty outside.
Wrap up.
Apparently,
A lot of STDs this weekend.
man. And that's a fact. And babies, them all-star babies going
And broken
crazy.
car windows.
Big facts.
do not park on Edgewood.
Uber.
On me, I gotta work on Saturday, and I work on Peachtree. I'm scared for life. Crackhead's gonna be going cuckoo. I'm 4PF. What? What they gonna do with my window?
Like this baby even know you exist.
Oh God!
Does he know you exist?
I know.
Yo, that's
Oh man.
Oh heck!
He said he got Obama runs.
I swear if somebody said that before breaking in a window, I'm calling the cops. You getting snitched on today by me. What?
Nah, B.
all I got.
You
is
breaking in a
$5
car
rent.
for weed? Oh, nah. With that being said, we about to wrap it. I'm sorry. I can just imagine someone. He said he got Obama runs. What is wrong with you?
3-5.
man.
So dead.
Oh man, I'm sorry, y'all. That was crazy. With that being said, you already know where you can find me. You know me. Find me on Instagram, Lions_Emmanuel_ at the Even Saint. New single out, Harry Belafonte. That's the first pod since my second single of the year drop. Produced by Christopher Knox, featuring Christopher Knox. Another one. People love it. It's a banger.
It is a banger.
Wherever you listen to your music, go ahead, your DSPs, and download, stream that up, buy it if you can. Yeah.
You can find me on Instagram at _CB03, on Twitter at Coach_Buck03. Yeah.
No, I didn't. You guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ashton Gates with 2 S's at the end.
You guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at _skip to my shoe.
You can follow me on Instagram at HLT_3. You can follow me on Twitter at HLT_3B. And you can subscribe on my YouTube at Hannah Lauren.
And you already know where to find the pod, man, on Instagram at YSO Podcast, on Twitter, YSO_podcast, Youth Speak Out Podcast on YouTube, which is if you're watching a video where you're watching this right now.
Sure
Click
like,
subscribe, like, share it, press the notification bell, set it to all so that you get all of the content and the heat that we dropping. You already know what I mean? And definitely share the page and share the content with the pod, with people, friends, family, bill collectors, innocent bystanders, babysitters, kids, all of that. Get them numbers up. You know what I mean? We're streaming in 5 countries, and we're trying to stream in 50 more. So with that being said, you already know what it is. It's YSO Podcast for the youth, by the youth. You know what I mean? Being a voice of the youth by giving a voice to the youth. It's your boy. It's the gang. And we out.
Yeah.
Bow! Brr.